Well, welcome back. Here we are midweek now, slowly and steadily marching through the week and wrapping up slowly Advent 3. We'll begin by lighting our Christ candles to remind us that Christ is always with us. Even though we wait for the child to come, the child is already here in our hearts, walking with us, carrying us when need be. The light of Christ. We're going to begin with a short reading from the prophet Isaiah. So that from the rising of the sun to the place of its setting, people may know there is none besides me. I am the Lord, and there is no other. I form the light and create darkness. I bring prosperity and create disaster. I, the Lord, do all these things. You heavens above, rain down my righteousness. Let the clouds shower it down. Let the earth open wide. Let salvation spring up. Let righteousness flourish with it. I, the Lord, have created. And Michelle reflects on that. Her titling is Deep in Darkness. As she writes, the universe began with a big bang, astrophysicists tell us. It's hard to wrap our minds around the immensity of that event, and I tend to imagine it as a loud clap of thunder and a burst of brilliant light. Prompted by such openings to Genesis, with a mighty wind sweeping over the abyss, and God declaring, "Let there be light," as Father George Lemaitre says in his Big Bang Theory. But whatever happens in that first moment, it was silent. There was nothing yet in which to propagate sound. A word spoken would be frozen in place. Even once there was a mass in which a word could move. It was dark. Light could not escape that dense, snarling ball of matter. All the mass of the universe contained in such a small space. I could cup it in my hands. We could read traces of those first moments in the skies above us, and we looked to the heavens for signs. John the Baptist sent his disciples to Jesus to ask if he was the promised one, the Messiah. Jesus sent them back, not with a yes or a no for his cousin, but with instructions to read the signs, to look around them and see what had been done. Dare we ask such questions now, demanding of each other where we ought to look for Emmanuel, God with us? To whom will we send? The signs have not changed, Jesus tells us. Look to where the sick are cared for, where those whose steps falter are helped to walk secure, and where the good news is proclaimed to the poor. Do not look to the heavens, look not to the heavens, but to the margins. And something to think about through the day. Who in your life would you ask to point the way to God? What signs do you see that God is here now and with us? And let's close with a short prayer. Behold, the Lord who has crafted the universe in darkness, who lets light loose with a word, walks among us. In him shall be our salvation, our hope of glory. There is no other. Amen. Well, thank you for joining us this morning, and tune in tomorrow morning as we continue our journey, slowly and steadily getting closer to Bethlehem with every step. Stay safe, and God bless.